Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting. Welcome to another Tuesday Night Gold Panning Fever, episode number 208. We're going to catch up on chat, but just in case you didn't know, tonight we're going to be going through some Anderson coins. Paydirt, this is an eBay seller, one of the best eBay sellers they currently have. I did see one of the old best ones. Music Man is in the live chat, but let me go open that up. Say hi to everybody. Shane, how's it going? Thank you for being here early. Ortiz, thank you for being here, and happy Veterans Day to everybody indeed. Mark Sheldon, thank you for being here. And I got your text, Mark. Thank you very much. I'll get back to you. I've just been busy. But I did see him. Donna, thank you for being here as always, Donna, and thank you for being a mod. I hope you're feeling better. Those left behind, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Package Total, Stephen LeBlanc. Who else we got? Brad Thompson, how's it going? Brian, how's it going? Casey Sering, what's up? And again, Andy Casey, Music Man 69, one of the old best eBay sellers when he was selling. Michael Reed, another great eBay seller. We got all the eBay sellers here. PA Patriot, what's up, brother? Yeah. What was up there? I don't know. My YouTube just went crazy for a second. But there you go. All right, what's up? Yeah, Vice President PA Patriot in the house. Kristen Reed, the other better half. Thank you for joining the show. Richard Dow, Aaron Mack, how you been feeling, my man? HD, what's up, brother? Thank you for being here. I saw you went crazy the other day. Was that on Whatnot? I'm guessing it was on Whatnot. Sean McClelland, how's it going? All right, that is everybody. Thank you for being here. Liz, how are you? Thank you for joining the show. Which reminds me, just in case, everyone, there will be no Tuesday Night Live show probably next week because it is Liz's birthday. So I will probably be spending time with her instead of doing a live show. So we'll have to see. Maybe I'll do one really early or really late. We'll have to see. But probably won't have one at this time. But all right, let me pop out chat so I can get to everybody. There we go. I can look at my ugly mug and listen to chat. There we go. That's best of both worlds. So yeah, today we're going to be going through Dina. How are you? Thank you for joining the show. Always appreciate you being here. Mike from the Gold Vlog. How are you? How are you doing? I forgot to reply to your text, but you're welcome. And that's a nifty piece of software you added to your website. And I was probably one of those people that was telling everybody to cherry pick your site. So put her on the show with you. I don't know if that's much of a birthday present. John, how's it going? And digging in Florida and whatnot. How's it going? So, Sean McLuhan, I did say hi to you, but hi. Thank you for joining the show. I appreciate everyone that's here. And if for some reason I did miss a name, I thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here very much. So, but yeah, we're going to be going through some Anderson coins, eBay seller. I think his original name was Doug's Coins or something like that. Then he changed it to Anderson's Coin Shop. Really good ROIs. These two bags, I got two. We're going to try to go through both bags tonight. They're both 1 gram bags. They were 106% ROI, I think it was when I bought them. So, and I did buy them in my name, so I'm not going to weigh up the gold or any of that because he could load them or something like that. There was a gram and it was an over 100% ROI. So, Jeff O'Reilly, how's it going? Thanks for joining the show. Appreciate it. Yes, indeed, Richard Dow. Yes. Thank you to all my veteran brothers and sisters. They're not mine, but yours. Oh, your veteran brothers and sisters. I did not serve. So, but yeah, thanks to all the veterans out there for everything they've done. So, but yeah. Yeah, it was cold today. It was in the 20s today. That's why I'm wearing some extra clothing today. This year I'm going to buy a little heater for my studio just because it does tend to get a little chilly down here. And I tend to sit at my studio early, so my water is probably freezing cold because I poured the water in the sink like 6 hours ago. So it's been sitting here. So 29 degrees. Yeah, I think it was 28 this morning, 26 or 28 this morning. It was cold. Yesterday was even colder. So this winter just sprung up quick and dropped some really cold weather. So definitely going to have to beef up the heating in the studio this year. So, but, and then what else was there? Oh, is Alan here? Alan Curie, you here? You're here yet? He might not make tonight's show, but I have to remember to tell him something. But gold has been going crazy again. It's getting creeping back up. It's over the 4,000, and it's kind of going up and up and up a little bit every day. So it did take a step back last week, but it's one of those things. I like to see it go up and up and up just because, it makes what little gold I have worth more and more and more. And I need what little gold I have to be worth more and more and more. But unfortunately, it makes it harder to get more gold. So it's one of those things. Get a mini split? No, not for in here. One, it's a concrete wall behind me. So to put a mini split in, I'd have to do some serious, I'm in my basement, and not my mom's basement, just my own basement. But yeah, I got concrete walls, 8-inch thick concrete walls all around me. So yeah, I just need a little heater for my feet. That's all. I just need a little heater for my feet. Just something to blow a little bit of hot air on my feet. I'm not worried about the whole room being warm. So bit busy. Oh, that's good. Busy means more work for the next week. So, gotta have that. Yeah, I'm totally over the cold. Everything's doing good. Vendetta, what's up, brother? I was gonna text you earlier tonight, but then I was like, well, I didn't know what time. I was like, I didn't want to bug you with you and your kids, but I need to text me. Mike, text me. I need to get a either long sleeve shirt or short sleeve Vendetta shirt. I do not have a Vendetta shirt, and I need one. And so either short sleeve or long sleeve. Tell me how to get one from you. I will pay you. I will bribe you with gold Paydirt. I have some silver jewelry I will send you. Whatever you want, brother. Just let me know. So I did see your, if anyone was looking for some gold powder, I did see that. That really piqued my interest this morning when I saw it. I was like, oh, I was like, man, I kind of want some of that. But then I kept looking at the vial and I was like, well, if I buy a quarter gram, I'm not really getting a big old vial like that. Then I started thinking that would just cost me too much money. But I might order some just to see it. So how about you come out? That might cost me a little bit more. I think I'm better off just sending you like 40 or 50 bucks. I will. One day I am. One day I am going to get up to AZ. I'm going to get up to Washington. Those are the only, I'm not going to say the only two places, but that is the goal. Two of the main places I want to go see are the two Mikes. I want to see Mike Vendetta Prospecting and Mike at Gold Nugget Sales. Before I retire or shortly after I retire doing videos, those are the first two places I'm going to go hang out. So I want to go sweat a whole bunch in Arizona and dig in a gutter in Washington. So I will clean Mike's gutter when I go up there to visit that Mike. So Mike, Arizona, I'm not cleaning your gutters. David Stocks, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Steven Single-Handed Jewelry and More, thank you very much for joining the show. And anyone else that popped in while I was talking to the mics. Imagination to Form, thank you for joining the show. How's it going? Isn't gold pretty? Yes. Retire. I'll be living in Indiana by then. No. Yeah. Gutter cleaning it is, yeah. So, I mean, I do have, I one of these days I'll have to email you my idea, Mike, to come visit you. So, besides swimming in the pool, because I already have my bathing suit ready for that. So, so today we're going to be trying out some eBay Paydirt. There's only 10 ounces, so I figured we'd do both of them tonight. It's 10 ounces of material, 1 gram of gold each. And again, it's probably because next week I might not be doing a live show, or if I do one, I don't know. I probably shouldn't open that message from Mike because now I'm not going to be reminded, but I'll look at it. So, as I probably won't be doing a live show next week. We'll have to see. If I do one, it might be early in the morning or it might be late at night. Just change it up. So I'll have to figure it out later in the week. How's it going? Cover yourself in glue trap. I'm just going to pour hot glue all over myself. Yeah. Trying to catch up on chat. But all right, so we're gonna get right to the panning, and I might actually even pan out something more today. So I am gonna do today is going to be a shorter show because this is the week where I have my son, so he tends to get hungry and want to eat dinner and stuff like that. Those left behind, I got me 1 gram of pure gold powder from Vendetta Prospecting, 6 pounds of motherfucking hard rock from Gold Pay. Did you get the gold? I have some hard rock coming in. I think I had a secret shopper order the hard rock, and it still has not shipped. If anyone's ordered the hard rock, is it coming from Dave, or is it actually coming from what is it? Keith? I think his name's Keith Harrington. Is it coming from? Oh no, his shipping labels now say it's coming from California, doesn't it? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Kids are the worst. They always want food. Crock pot. I should do that. I should start doing that. Make a crock pot. That's a good idea. See, this is why you're vice president, brother. This is why you're vice president. I can just put a crock pot of like chili or something up there on Tuesdays and just tell them get at it after like 7:30, and it'd still be hot for me. No. That's pretty good. That's a smart idea. Here, I'm writing that down. See? You got to write down the smart ideas. Soup and sandwiches, something like that. You know, he can make himself a sandwich, huh? Henderson, Nevada. All right. So, yeah. So, it's coming from Gold, what is it? Goldfeverprospecting.com. Yeah. So, I mean, I was just curious where it was coming from. It just... So far, I haven't seen. Has anyone really found anything in the hard rock? Really? I mean, I know somebody found like a little flower gold on a piece of rock or something, but it's one of the reasons why I don't. There's been a couple sellers over the years that have done hard rock, and it's usually not good. You know, it's just because if you see a hard rock vein, you're not breaking that up and putting it in a bag of Paydirt. You're just not. So they'll catch a stream and they'll dig that out, and then they'll say, okay, there's no more gold, break that up and put it in a bag of Paydirt. It's the same reason why when people are working a vein or something just in placer or placer gold, they aren't going to sell you the good stuff. They're going to go 4 feet away where they didn't find anything, so. And then the only way you can really be sure that the, hard rock is good if, what's his name, from MBML, if you crush it. But then you can add in gold. So if you're crushing the stuff, then sending it crushed, they can just add in a little bit and you'll think it's there. But, my parents made me make sandwiches. Yeah. Banshee, how are you, Julie? How are you? Yes. Yes, Mikey. How's it going, Mikey? If you have fun doing it, then yeah. I know people that go out and spend horrendous amounts of money to sluice all day or dredge all day long and not find any gold. If you have fun doing it, that's the whole thing about it. That's why you go do it. If you sit there and relaxing for an hour or two, and at the end of it, you get, 10 cents worth of gold, it's, you could be sitting, on a beach for 2 or 3 hours just staring at waves. You had fun. You don't get any gold out of it. So, Charles King, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Henderson Barbecue Cook-Off. What? I will have to say, haven't ever eaten too much barbecue. In the South, you don't eat a lot of barbecue. So I know, I mean, they do have barbecue in the South. It's just not as popular. Chicken tortilla soup. I actually made soup yesterday, and I'm making soup again tonight, and I'm making soup later in the week. So, but I do have a recipe for a chicken tortilla soup. I'll have to make that one day soon. I plan on making a lot of soup. I boned up on a couple new recipes for winter time. I plan on doing a lot more soups. So doing well. That's awesome. It's always good to have you in here, Julie. A lot of quartz trying to figure. Yeah. So, but yeah, like I said, if you have fun doing anything, then that's what you do. There's a reason, why this is my hobby and why I have this channel is because I find it to be fun. So. Gold Marine, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. I did send a customer service. It's really red. Yeah, it's kind of weird when I saw his so when I saw the material from Dave's Hard Rock, it looks the exact same as his old red dirt that he used to sell a couple years ago. It looked the exact same. I was like, I wonder if he's just hitting his old honey hole and just, I don't know. Well, send it to me. Yeah, yeah. You already know my email, but just in case, there you go. Music Man was the bomb. I said it earlier. Anderson Coins. If you don't know, Anderson Coins is an eBay seller. Currently, one of the best. It's either him or Micro 15 are the two best currently on eBay. But Music Man 69 used to be one of the best. It was him and somebody else. I can't remember. But they used to be the best. Jeff Bosch, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Crash, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. So yeah, email me. Anyone wants to email me a good soup? I'm always up for a good soup. So I made what was it? Last week I did cream of chicken soup, and the week before that I just did chicken noodle soup. I do a lot of ramen soup. Everyone knows that. And then did a tortellini soup last night. And then later in the week, I forget what soup I'm making later in the week. And I got a French onion soup coming the following week. So, but I know there's another soup I'm doing later in the week, but I just can't think of what it is. So, but yeah, I like soups. They're easy, They're kind of cheap, and they keep you warm, so. Any gold being sent to Dylan has to go to the vice president's office first. You got to put in the word first. See, this is why I have you as my vice president, to watch out for me. Make sure there's nothing funny in that gold. So, minestrone, that was what I made. Thank you very much. Oh, and minestrone, and then I did a lentil soup too, didn't I? Didn't I do a lentil soup, Liz? Yeah. So. Cabbage soup. Oh, that's a good one. I've had that. I haven't had that since I was a kid, but I love cabbage. So cabbage is one of my favorites. Sausage and cabbage is one of my favorite things to eat. I like potato soup, but some other people I know don't like potato soup. So I'm going to save that one just for me. William Poley, how's it going? No, I have not, but I just did see he just put a whole bunch of new stuff on his in his store. Somebody sent me the link, and I probably will get some, but I'm not in a rush. Like next month is going to be like my championship. December is my championship. I'm also going to be taking a week off of videos and Tuesdays next month because it's Christmas. But I am going to try to get some of Jason's Hard Rock video next year. I might buy one or two of his different ones to see through two different secret shoppers. But yeah, with the Hard Rock, like I said, Hard Rock is really about, it's really a draw. Like they can give you a rock that has visible gold on it, and then they can just give you a rock that there might be something inside, there might not. So it's one of the reasons I've never reviewed it, and they don't do very well because you will see probably once every 2 years, or 2 or 3 years, somebody puts a Hard Rock bag of Paydirt up on eBay, and they just don't sell because and even the ones where they do guaranteed gold, like Dave is doing. The video, like I saw a review the other day. TNT, I saw TNT's review. Oh, thank you, William. Thank you. It'll definitely go on the shelf. But I saw TNT's review where it was just a rock and then a 0.3 piece of gold. So they just threw in one piece of gold. So it wasn't even like, throw a quarter gram of fine gold in there so you can crush everything up, go through it, and just in your head think, oh, this was in the rock. So Jason G, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Yes, it was good. So, and thank you very much, William. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. It will definitely go on the show. I don't like okra. No, I don't like okra. So I'm not a fan of okra. So, some people do. It depends. Like you have to really cook okra right to get it to, like you have to pretty much cook okra first and de-slime it. and then you can put it in there. And then it's not horrible. It's just not my favorite. I mean, I'm just not a fan. I've had good gumbo with okra in it, and I've had a lot more bad gumbos that had okra in it. So I tend to just not like it. I prefer, if you're gonna have okra, you just fry it. You know, de-slime it and fry it up, and it's pretty good. So. Oh, that sounds good, PA. Once we're president and vice president, we're gonna have a personal chef making us whatever we want. So. Loaded potato, bacon, and cheese soup last night. That's it. See, I actually have. It's funny because the only place you can get a sourdough bread bowl here is at Sam's, and I've had one in my cart for like the last year. But I was originally going to do a sourdough bowl with spaghetti for my kids like 9 months ago or something like that, and I totally forgot about it. But now I'm putting a note to make sure I get some for soup. If I can spell. There we go. But all right, my mouth has been yik-yakking enough. 21 minutes of me yik-yakking. Donna, thank you very much, Donna. You're way too kind. I just love those animations. So. Who's doctor? Oh, no. No, been here? I just didn't see you then, or you didn't post. What does imagination say? Doctor said I can't eat potatoes for a while. What? Yeah, doctors tell you all kinds of things not to eat. So, but all right, let's get Fox Rider. How's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Let's get to panning. You know, pan bag number one. We might just dump both bags in one pan, so we'll see. But all right, let's shrink down the ugly mug. Go to panning cam. Start doing some panning. Again, this is probably going to be a shorter show. 7:30ish, just because my son is here. He might want to eat. So, and generally when he's here, I don't eat before because he didn't want to eat. So I'm even hungrier than usual. So, all right. Panning cam's all set up. Give me a second to put some gloves on, move some stuff around, and we will start panning. Move my coffee. All right. There we go. Everything's set up. Let me open up chat. Oh, and I forgot to open up chat on my tablet. Oh, silly me. Let's see. Well, my battery's not totally dead on my tablet. Let's see. Is my live show going to show up? Oh, it's number one. There we go. There we go. All right. That was pretty easy. Usually it takes me forever. I'm going to my garden ready. Did anyone else purchase the Gold Baron Stagecoach? I have one sitting right next to me. You can't see it because it's off camera because I am shooting a video of it. And that video will be out this Saturday. So, the Gold Baron Reserve. I have a box of it. The video is coming out Saturday if you're curious. So, you want to see what you'll get on Saturday for a reserve legendary. I haven't decided. I might have to read the terms of service on the Gold Baron, but if it doesn't say you can't share, I may share the clues for the puzzle on my Patreon. So if you want to try to solve the puzzle before you buy a bag, I haven't even read the puzzle yet. I haven't read it. I have the puzzle, but I haven't read it. Because the way I'm to understand it is when you buy it, he gives you the first clue, but you can't actually solve it until you get the second clue, and the second clue won't come until he sells all 60 bags. So That's why I haven't really looked at it too much. If you can't really win the prize now, there's no purpose in actually solving it. But I'm going to look at the terms of service, and if it allows me to, I will share all the clues on Patreon to all my Patreon members. No, I opened the box. I opened the box, that's it. I haven't opened up the Paydirt. No. No worries. Yeah, it's always a delay. It's a delay for me. This is my stream, but if I watch myself on YouTube, there's a delay. So, it does come with a little vial. And let me just, any sellers out there who sell Paydirt and they put vials in, this is just me personally. I do not like the mini vials. I like the big vials. If you're going to put a vial in there, put a big vial. So that way I think I'm going to find a whole bunch of gold. Bag number 1. We're just going to dump both bags in here. I just take my, yeah, they got me on cholesterol medicine too. So, boo, doctors. All right. All right. Bag number 2. It's a 20 ounces of material, 2 grams of gold, 2 mini vials. There we go. All right. So here we go. Nice looking material. If I remember right, it does say in this thing that everything is material. Maybe the material is from Kansas. I know something. I think the gold is from everywhere because he buys Paydirt. He's just moving his Paydirt gold into, you know, a lot of the eBay sellers, you'd be surprised. I think the vast majority of eBay sellers who sell Paydirt, that aren't like, you know, gold and Paydirt or some of these other shysters, are people who just buy Paydirt, like me and you and everyone else. And when they get a big bunch of it, they just put it in Paydirt and sell it themselves as opposed to trying to sell it, you know, it's just gold. So I could have gone like, it lets you eat better. It does. It lets you eat cheese and other things, you know. Yeah, my cholesterol has been normal for a while. I don't even ask my doctor to get off of it. I don't, you know, there's no real bad side effects for it, so. Jeffrey Button, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. What are your thoughts on the gold back? Ah, I'm not a fan of it. Was there a gold back in the box? I don't even remember. I don't know if there was in mine. I don't have to look again. I'm not a fan of gold backs. It's a Ponzi scheme. Gold backs are nothing more than a Ponzi scheme. That's why they have to keep releasing. They used to show you the sales, like they would show you how many were in circulation and like the sales of them. And then they stopped doing that because you could see what was happening was every time when they would release one, a ton would sell, and then they kind of would just die off. And that's why they keep having to add more states, is because people don't want them. You know, stores aren't accepting them. They'll accept them for a little while, but then they kind of don't want to accept them anymore. So, well, I know that. I just personally, like I said, Steven, this is just me. I mean, sellers really shouldn't listen to anything I have to say because I don't sell Paydirt. It's just these, I just throw them in the garbage, and I just hate throwing stuff away, but I have zero use for them. And over the last, 10 years of buying Paydirt, I just get too many of them. So I tend to just throw them away, where if they were the 1 gram ones or the 1 ounce ones, I would keep them. Yeah, that's about it, Brad. Like, I understand, like, I have no problems. Like, I would buy the dollar gold backs. Like, it's a cool thing to buy. Like, if you want to say, hey, I'm gonna get every one of the $1 gold backs. But spending $100 on a gold back, or paying $200 for a $100 gold back that when you then sell it are going to sell it for maybe 120. You lose so much money with gold backs. It's just ridiculous. And they've even said, like, I saw a thing where they even said that You can't even really melt it down to get the $100. So you can't get the $100 worth of gold out of it just because the way they make it, it'll essentially evaporate, which is to me is hoopy. There probably isn't $100 worth of gold in it. I'm just not a fan of them. I mean, like I said, they're cute. It's kind of like a Pokemon card. If you like Pokemon cards, you buy a couple of them and you're happy with them. But I wouldn't go buy like the big ones, you know. I know one of my friends went all in on gold backs and bought a lot of them, like stacks of the hundreds and 50s and, you know, a good, and he's a gold, stacker. And, he probably had $12,000, $15,000 worth of gold backs. And then he decided he didn't want gold backs anymore. And he just wanted bullion instead. He did not get his 12 to 15K back. He did not even get close to his 12 to 15K back. He was emailing me every week saying, do you know somebody wants to pay $200 for a $100 gold back? He's like, I'll give him $30 off. Nope. Yeah, I did see the street tips. There's been a couple people that have melted them down, and they do recover a lot of it, but you don't recover all of it. Which just makes it so. I'm trying to think who the inventor of the goldback is, but he did like a Q&A about it, and he said that just the way they make it is that some of it is such fine gold, where it's essentially gold powder, that once you melt it, not evaporates, but it gets blown up in the air, so you're not going to recover it. Which either means to me that there's no way to recover the gold in it that they tell you that's there, or there's gold's not there. So it was spot on. Yeah, I've seen both. Because I think Street Tips got the exact amount, but I've seen other people do it where they didn't. But the same thing though, it's a Ponzi scheme. Goldback is a Ponzi scheme. Eventually, they will have goldbacks in every single state, and then they will have to do countries, But if you like them, get them. Like I said, it's the same thing as panning on a river where you're only finding 2 flakes of gold. If you enjoy doing it and you have the money to do it, do it. All right, here, I'm going to read this. Yeah. So, Casey, for that Gold Baron Stagecoach Paydirt, you get the first clue with the purchase. The second clue comes, all 60 bags are sold. And there's several clues, and only people who bought the bag can win the silver. Yeah. Well, I'm going to share the clue. I want to read I guess I'll just share the clues anyone on Patreon. I'm not going to try to win it. I'm not interested in winning it. I'd rather somebody else win it. But I will share the clues, but just so if you can figure out the clue and you say, I know it, then maybe you'll buy a bag, Maybe So I'm assuming did you get one, Fox Rider? Did you get one of the Gold Baron reserve bags? Send them with your Paydirts when you have some. That's a good idea. But then I have to, but see, it's a good idea now, Ortiz. But when I make up my next batch of Paydirt, which I probably might have a December Paydirt. I might actually have a December Paydirt. I haven't decided yet. Trying to think of a good container. But the thing, it's a good idea. And if I had 25 of these to think, I would forget. And then I would mail out everyone's packages. And then I'd be like, oh, I had those things. I should have put them in there. It's the same thing. I've done it before with cards and, descriptions. I forget which Paydirt it was. I think it was the blood bag Paydirt. I had made up a really cool description letter for it, card for it to send with them, and then I totally forgot in every single one, so I ended up just throwing them away. Yeah, Brad. I like the concept of a goldback was really cool. When it first came out, when the first goldback came out, I thought it was a great idea, but it just, it didn't really catch on like they were hoping it would, and then it became more of a novelty. And once it became a novelty item, I think they realized the only way they were going to keep making money selling them, because, they have a lot of money invested in it, is to then keep releasing new ones and getting more and more sales to all the people that are novelty collectors. And once that all dries up, once they have all states, they're going to have to move to countries, and eventually they'll run out. So Wesley, what's up, brother? You home or you out and about somewhere? Car G, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. And still have the blood bag. Yeah, like I will tell you, anyone who had the blood bag, you don't know. That was so much work putting those blood bags together. Because I had to put the dirt through that little bitty straw. There's like, because a lot of times I've seen people who do Paydirt, and if they put it in a bag like that, they slit the back open, pour everything in, then they tape up the back. I didn't want to do that because the tape always collects dirt. So I had to pour all the dirt, all the gold through a tiny little funnel into that little bitty tube to fill them up. I think it took me 15, 20 minutes for each bag. Each bag took me that long to fill. Tougher day, but all good now. Well, that's good, brother. It's not catching on. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. They're overpriced. They thought they would, and the thing about it too is, from what I'm to understand, I've seen a couple videos of people like trying to show that you can trade them in, is that you're essentially getting the price of them. So if you have a $10 gold back, you paid $20 for it, but if you go to a pizzeria, you can buy a $10 pizza with it. It's like, well, how does that make sense? So now you just paid $20 for a $10 pizza. I don't know. I don't understand gold backs. Personally, I think it's a Ponzi scheme, and it won't last. But I also see the beauty in them on why you would collect all the dollar ones, because they are really cool. The Groovy Gold Hunter needs a replacement sticker of who? Of mine? I didn't know the Groovy Gold Hunter had one of my stickers. Tell him to email me. Just type email in chat, and that's my email. Just tell him to email me. I'll send him one. I don't know which one he had. Hey, Alan, how's it going? You still have your blood bag too? Yeah, like I said, there's been a couple. The blood bag was one of my favorite. I still like the tuna can one. I like that one. I like the bucket. The mini bucket was a good one. So I don't know what I'm gonna do if I do a Christmas one, but I haven't really thought about it too much. It'll be like at the either very beginning of Christmas or at the end, like a New Year's one or something. I collect the gold back up to the $5. Yeah, I mean, I like the $1 ones. I think they're cool. I don't have any because I end up, anything I get like knickknack stuff, I tend to give away, or they're going to be on the wheel of treasures later tonight. So that's what I do with mine. And speaking of Alan, send me a message or email me or send me a message on Patreon if you have the tracking number for that package you sent me. Because it was held up in customs for a while, and then they said it moved out of customs, and then they took the tracking number off of my thing, off of United States Postal Service. Like it said it was delayed, then the next day the tracking number was just gone and it's not on there anymore, so I don't know. But if you can send me that tracking number, I'd be curious to see if they like shipped it back to you, or if they just decided that since it was lost, they're just going to not tell me about it, so... Jason is running me ragged. Thanks to all of you who spend some of your hard-earned money with Flower Gold Wizards. We both really appreciate it. That's awesome. Sluice is still moving. See, now I'm going to have to think about it. Here, let me write a note. I know I had thought of something, a way y'all could improve the... Well, it wouldn't be to improve the sluice. I like the sluice just as it is, but an add-on for it. So I'll have to remember exactly what it is. I have a note for it somewhere in my pile of notes on my desk, Wesley. But I'll have to look it up and send you a text on my idea. I cannot write. There we go. All right. Christmas run? Yeah, probably. 5-finger discount. Beerman. Is Beerman in here? What's up, Beerman? How's it going, my man? Thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. And again, if anyone, since I notice a lot of people are here, I might not be doing a show next week, next Tuesday. It is Liz's birthday, so I'll be celebrating it with her. But I may, depending on when I'm going to hang out with her for her birthday, I might do the show very late or very early. I don't know. Nice little picker here. Make a little bit of noise. So it doesn't fall in the water. A nice little picker. But so yeah, no. If I do a Tuesday show next week, it'll be either early or late, or I don't think it'll be at this time, but who knows? But just look around. I'll make sure Monday I post when the show will be on and what time. So make sure next week you look for that. No worries, Alan. Oh no, what's the matter, brother? Oh, sorry to hear that, Beerman. Hopefully you get better. Hopefully it's not more shop woes. Hopefully you're doing all right with that. No worries, no worries, Wes. Did you get for being a good guesser? See, if anyone doesn't know, Wesley won last month's gold guessing contest. He was one of the winners. So if you're a Patreon member and you think you can guess gold pretty good, you can win some free gold every single month, or win prizes, win all kinds of stuff. And this month we got a couple specimen pieces of gold. Next month I'm gonna have a couple nice prizes next month. So if you're a Patreon member, you definitely want to get in this month or next month. So I got some good specimen gold pieces this month to win, plus bags of Paydirt, plus Wheel of Treasure, things like that. And next month I will have a big piece of specimen gold. The first and only, well, not the only, but the first two Miller Prospecting silver bars. Those will be winnable. So, well, I'll get bored if I do that, Ortiz. And it's not up to just me. She'll get sick of me. It doesn't take very long for people to get be like, okay, you need to go home. I'm done. My birthday is over. You go home. So when that point arises, then, you know, I will be like, all right, let me come home. Then I'll have to. I did a bunch of math on the specimen, so I haven't looked at your guess. Now I'm going to have to go look. Specimen gold is with quartz is really hard to guess. Like, it's crazy hard. You essentially, my guess is if you have some quartz at home, the way I would do the guess, and I know most people already guessed, and it's probably unfair for me to tell people how I would guess, is I would just weigh up a piece of quartz that looked about the same. That's what I would guess. I wouldn't even worry about the gold. You know. Nice gold in these bags. This is what we found so far. It's all bigger gold, that's for sure. So these are pretty easy bags to pan out. I haven't seen any fine gold yet. Nothing under 40 mesh. Ah, man, that sucks, brother. Oh, man. Where at? Hopefully nowhere good, you know. And not that there's a good place to have flesh-eating bacteria, but man, you know, hopefully it's somewhere, you know. But grown woman, yeah, I put it in my finishing pan. So this is a pan I just use to knock down like the 90% of material. Then I put it in a finishing pan that I do my final cleanup with. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing with it off screen. You're the first person. I've been doing this for 208 shows, and you're the first person that ever asked me what I'm doing with the dirt. Why am I dumping it off screen? I guess 3% gold. That's probably. I might if Here, let me write a note. I might try to do the weigh them up in water and stuff to see just how much gold is in them. I mean, it won't be exact because I don't really have a great way to do it, but I can do the old dental floss method, and use a caliper. No worries, no worries. It's a good question. Good question for the first time. See, when I'm doing stuff, I know like this is why I'm doing something, and I don't ever think about it. So, you know. But yeah, it's going off screen. This is just like I said. This is just I use this pan just to knock most of it off, and I could use this as a finishing pan. I just prefer this one because it's a nicer pan for finishing. Did you do it? Yeah, I do have a video out on the Flower Gold Wizards. I have a second one that's supposed to be coming out, but I'm so lazy and I'm so behind on videos all the time that it still hasn't come out yet. I will be doing a second video on it. I have everything for it. It's just because the way my studio is set up, it makes it really, really hard for me to shoot sluice videos or equipment videos, which I don't know why, because I love shooting equipment videos. But just my current setup makes it really hard to do because I can't do them in my studio, which means I have to disassemble my studio, move my laptop, move my phone, my microphone, move my camera, everything just to shoot part of the video. So like you'll see the intro and equipment, I shoot it in here in my studio. Then I have to disassemble everything, which is not easy because everything is hardwired in. I have to disassemble everything, move it outside of my studio to where my equipment setup is, and then shoot that, then move it back in here, put everything back together, and shoot this last part of it here. It's a huge pain, and I haven't figured out a better way to do it yet, because I don't want to buy like a laptop and everything just for over there, but I'm only shooting equipment reviews every 3 months, so I'm gonna figure out something to do it, make it easier. One Goldback is worth $8 US. If you buy a pizza for $25, it's like 20 and 4 ones. I have to look into it more. Like I said, I don't know too much about Goldbacks, how they're spent anyways. Just because they don't give you a ton of information about the spend. Like I know, like even if you go to the official Goldback website, I know I saw somebody was talking about the other day, like if you go to their website, like 90% of the businesses that they say accept Goldbacks don't accept Goldbacks anymore. Like they're not very good at like promoting the like spending part of it. They're really good at promoting like these are the new ones, buy the new ones. How do you come up with your background music on your videos? Well, the old ones, older videos, I would buy it from YouTube. YouTube has its own music, or like, there's other places you can buy music from. But lately I just use AI for it. It's a lot more easier to do AI. One, I don't have to pay anything. I pay a yearly subscription for my AI and that's it. But I can tell it what I want it to sing. Because, when you're trying to, like a video, if you decide to do a video about, like Texas dirt or Texas Paydirt, there's no songs on any YouTube or any, platform that's going to have a song about Texas Paydirt. But if you go to AI, you can tell it, I want to make a song and this and that, and, what kind of singer you want and stuff like that. And it's not perfect. Like what'll happen is AI will come up with the song. I'll make it come up with like 3 different songs. And then I'll take all 3 songs, rewrite them into one song that I like. Like I'll take verses and choruses from different songs and put them all together, then make it rewrite it again with that lyrics. So that's okay. 2026. All right. It's funny because I actually did it today. I had it on my calendar and I marked it and I put a question mark next to it and I said January 2026. So we will just do that. So, but I'm going to be putting it through its paces. So I'm going to be doing a much more in-depth video on the sluice. I might actually have to buy another one. I'll have to see. Either that or I just need to. Oh, that's why. Because I was thinking the other day I had bought some super glue and I could not remember why. And it was so I could super glue your sluice together. Glue FGW sluice. Because I never did glue it together. So mine's kind of, mine kind of flexes still. But I need to, since I'm going to be running it through some paces, I want to make sure I glue it together. So, David Danderan, what's up, brother? Thank you for joining the show. Oh, and if one of my mods wants to drop the hidden link, I forgot totally about the hidden link. Make sure you go and leave a comment on the hidden link tonight. Well, there's somebody already did it. HD did it. The person that's busy tonight dropped the hidden link. But yes, make sure you go and leave a comment on the hidden link tonight. So you can win one of 50 prizes. I have a whole bunch of prizes on there. I do have a bag of Paydirt up there. I have a bag of bear prospecting Paydirt in there. So you have a 1 in, however many people are in chat, 50 chance of winning, then a 1 in 50 chance of getting some Paydirt. So yeah, some nice looking gold. I really do like Anderson coins. I think he's a really good seller, especially considering he sells on eBay. And eBay's got about a 15% fee. And like I said, these bags, I want to say we're at 103 or 104% ROI when I bought them. And that was with shipping, Gold was a little bit higher when I bought these. I think gold was at like almost 140, 138 or something. It was up there right when I bought these. So gold has dropped some, but that's why, you want to get bags of Paydirt when they're super high. And if you're a... Thank you, Kristen. But if you're a Patreon member, you will know I do a daily ROI chart every single day, Monday through Friday. And then days I forget. But I try to show everybody the best Paydirts to get. Like today, I saw, and this is some, maybe Mike is still here and he'll get mad at me. But I did see that Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales had forgot to update the price on one of his bags of Paydirt. So I told everyone about it. So they could go over there, and it was a $30 difference between, because he did fix it. He did fix the mistake. So that bag of Paydirt is now $30 higher. But if you were a Patreon member, you could have bought that bag of Paydirt for $30 cheaper today. And I check all the top sellers. I check all their bags of Paydirt, and we just dump it all in there. So we can try and get you good deals and get everyone the best ROIs you possibly can. And this was one of those deals. He had, I think, 6 bags up there or 8 bags, something like that, with like 104% ROI, and they didn't sell all day, so I bought 2 of them. So, Chasing Cheddar, what's up, brother? Thank you for joining the show. Kristen, did you forget that you said hi earlier, Kristen? Is that why you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say it again? What is that? What is that link to for my site? Oh, the unclaimed money. Yeah. Yeah. $248. That's a good deal, brother. I should have put, I'm gonna put on that page tomorrow, minus 10% fees. This is the year the Island Boys are gonna find. They're never gonna find the treasure. It's gone. It's gone. Are you subscribed, Gold Baron? Let me see. Here, let me go. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Looking at somebody saying that they can't post. Let me see if anyone's on. Well, you never know. Yeah, I have 0 hidden users. I went through this other day and I deleted everyone the last time somebody said something. Um, I don't know, brother. Only thing, does anyone else know Gold Baron? Gold Baron is saying he cannot post, and he's obviously subscribed. Let me see, permissions, community moderation, blocked words, none, moderators, yeah, it might just be your phone. I don't know. Yeah, I had issues on Whatnot. That's why I couldn't get on your show for long last night on Whatnot, because I got a new phone, and when I did that, it logged me out of everything, and I could not get on Whatnot on my laptop to get my password, and I have a hard time on the phone. It's too small. Everything's too small. Mike Rock was wondering why he was having a lot of sales. I don't know. Mike's might still be here, but I didn't actually tell him that I told everyone. But I did tell Mike about the error later in the day. I felt bad, so I did tell him late at night that, he should probably fix it. So I gave everyone a good 12 hours to get a good deal. So he's not taggable. Well, I think he just said he was resetting his phone. So the Oak Island. The Oak Island treasure. I am a huge fan of the Oak Island. I do not watch the show because I personally think the treasure is gone and they will never find anything there. And the reason for that is 2 reasons. One, Oak Island, the substrate of Oak Island is a type of material that dissolves in salt water. So if you had like a cave, let's say if you had a cave that was 6 foot by 6 foot, and then you had a pipe leading into that 6 foot by 6 foot cave that was going to dump a whole bunch of salt water in it. What would happen is then that cave, the material dissolves in salt water. So that cave would now become a 12 foot by 12 foot cave. And then eventually it would become a 24 by 24 cave. And then a 36. And because the water was just, and the reason for that is, so if they would have just made the cave and it was this big, you dump in salt water, it'd get that big. But the problem was when they were searching for Oak Island, they would pump out all the water. More water would come in. It would expand. Pull out water, more water comes in. It would keep expanding. So it would keep expanding. So eventually, it probably dug tunnels all over back to the ocean. So anything that might have been in there would have been washed away. And, because I don't think it was like gold. I don't think the treasure was gold. So my personal beliefs is it was the, if you look up in history, it was right around when they suspect Oak Island was built, was right around the same time that the Alexandria Library was secreted away and hidden away to keep from being burned. So I personally think it was old library books all written on papaya and other things that once salt water hit them, destroyed them all. That's why you'll never find them. That's my own personal theory. I mean, everyone has lots of theories about it, so. No worries, Kristen. You don't know how many times I flub stuff all the time. Yeah. I wish it was in my treasure pit in my backyard. By the way, which is still open. I still have not filled that hole. I keep thinking to myself, if I fill the hole, it's going to end up collapsing and I'm going to have to do more work. So I just have been leaving it open. So right now I still have the money pit hole in my backyard. I will wait till summertime and fill it. So it was aliens, wink, wink. Tomcat, what's up, brother? Thank you for joining the show. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Make sure you leave a comment in the hidden video. So you can get a chance to win one of 50 prizes from the Wheel of Treasures tonight, which will be in about 30 minutes, if I can pan this out quick enough. But I mean, I'm a huge fan of Oak Island. I think it is absolutely awesome. Just everything, just the total engineering that went into making the Oak Island itself is just amazing. It's probably one of the most complicated and complex traps that's ever been found. That was still, which technically is still to this day working because it's still flooding every single hole that they dig. But like I said, one of these days I will post a video about the Oak Island because I know exactly how they could pinpoint exactly to a T where the treasure was supposed to be. Like 100%. It would show exactly where the treasure should be, and then they would know. Because one of the problems with the Oak Island that they don't mention on the Oak Island show or the last, like, there was 2 shows before the current show. And there's one thing that they never mentioned. But if you read all the Oak Island books, I think it was around the 40s, maybe it was the 50s. They no longer knew which one was the original hole. Because when they dug the original hole, it flooded. And then they figured, okay, how can we get around it flooding? Because they just couldn't pump it out fast enough back in the day. They couldn't pump them out faster than they were filling. So they decided to dig a hole next to it. But when they dug a hole next to it, it flooded too. So then they built another hole like 10 feet away. Then that one flooded. So they built another hole. So by the time the 50s rolled around, there was something like 24 different shafts straight down that nobody knew which one the original one was because there was no marking. There was no longer that tree that was there. There was no longer that depression in the ground that was there from the original one. So they no longer knew which one was it. And people just, every time they'd go there, they'd look at a hole and say, that must be the original. But they have no idea. They could be 40 feet away, 100 feet away. You know, they could have been, you know, even farther away from that because there's so many holes have been dug on the island. I mean, they've had people that went there and dug a hole, you know, a square block away thinking, well, if I'm really far, I'll tunnel sideways. So, but I know a method to find out exactly where the original treasure was, where the original hole was, and not even the original hole. Like, you don't even have to know. The original hole could have been a backup hole that they found the treasure. So, but I know how to find it. And one of these days I will make a video on it. I have it on my desktop, a folder on my desktop. But it'll be one of those videos that gets like 12 views. And then one day, like 10 years from now, somebody will watch the video and have a lot of money. And they'll follow my plan and they will find the treasure. And they won't give me a shred of, like, Dylan, help me solve it. No. But you got some pretty gold. In case anyone's wondering, again, this is from Anderson Coins, the eBay seller. It was 2 of his 1 gram bags. They were both 100 and say, I'm gonna say 3. I'm just gonna go low ball. I think it was higher than 103%, but they were both about 103% ROIs. We're not gonna weigh it up. I will weigh it later just to make sure it is 2 grams. Otherwise, I'll throw a fit. But I'm not gonna weigh it up to get an ROI just because I did buy it directly from him, and he does know who I am. I know that for a fact. And he knows it was my eBay account, so I don't want to, he could have put some extra gold in there or something. You know. No, if I don't use a secret shopper, no ROI. Oh, laptops, my little doodity, whatever they're called. My tablet is telling me its battery is almost dead. There we go. Is that a piece of gold? It's a piece of gold. Don't want to lose that gold into the Tuesday tailings. So if I decide to do a Christmas bag of Paydirt, what size should I do? In chat. Of course, you will have to be a Patreon member, but you can still tell me what size you want. Or should I do 2 sizes? Like, should I do a 1 gram and a 1/4 gram, or should I do a 1 gram and a 1/2 gram? And there will be bonus ones because it is Christmas. There will be bonus ones. So help them out, doing. Go to Oak Island. If I could go to Oak Island and if they would talk to me, I would tell them. Like, if they would put me on camera, like if they would let me be on the show, I would explain to them exactly how to do it. Just so I could plug my website. Actually, I'd probably plug my YouTube channel, but you know. But yeah, I would definitely tell them. If I shoot the video, I will definitely tag them in the video, you know, whatever their YouTube channel is. I mean, it wouldn't be free. That's the thing is, it's not something you can do for free. Like, so, like if they give up on the show, I couldn't go there like secretly at night and like find it and say, aha, now I know where the hole is. You know, let me get a shovel and try and get it in the middle of the night. It would cost a pretty penny to actually tell me where it is, which is why, you know, most people probably haven't done it yet. Be a guest on the show. If I'm a guest on the show, I'm gonna act crazy too. Yeah, all right. Nice little pile of gold here, definitely. Nothing big though. So this is definitely an easy bag of Paydirt you can get. I mean, this is all pretty uniform sized gold. A couple little pieces, but nothing under 40 mesh really. A couple chunkers. So I'm guessing since there's two big pieces, I'm guessing one piece in each bag. You know, nice little pickers, you know. Yeah, like I said, I will weigh it up, and I will, if it's less than 2 grams, I will let everyone know. I'll probably post tomorrow in my daily ROI chart just how much gold I found. So, oh, I don't know, imagination. I don't watch the show. I watched it for like the first 2 or 3 episodes, and you know, it was obvious that they're just going to. It's way too sensationalized. I don't like the way they do the show. Like, you know, at the very end of the show, ooh, we found a can. What does this can mean? Oop, end of the show. You got to watch next week. This can means that Bob got drunk last night and dropped it. Oh, okay. Another 55 minutes. Oh, we found a nickel. What does this nickel mean? 1 gram and 0.25 gram. Huh. So the quarter gram might be hard. I'll have to think about it just because when I do Paydirts, they always have like containers. Like I just don't usually do them in bags, and I won't have time to make a special Christmas bag. So if I do a Christmas Paydirt, it'll be in some type of container. I don't know what kind yet. So when you add in like $1 for a container, $5 for shipping, or $6 for shipping, you know, that's like $8. And what's a quarter gram of gold worth right now? What's that? 100, so it's 40, 30, 16. Yeah, it's like $35 for a quarter gram of gold. So the ROIs would suck on, you know, quarter grams. I mean, they wouldn't suck. They'd still probably be like 85% or something. You know. Give me 1 second. Get in the text. Got to answer a text. So, but if anyone else has 2 gram and 1 gram, maybe I'll do 3. Maybe I'll do like I'll have to look at the prices because I don't want them to have. So the way it's going to work, if I do a Christmas Paydirt, there will be bonus ones. So I don't know how I will do bonuses, but it would be. So like if I had a 1 gram bag, it would definitely probably have like a 1.5 or a 2 gram winner. But I'm going to try to get them all. So my original goal was to get the 1 gram to be 100% ROI. You know, I like to sell 100% ROI bags of Paydirt. So if I can do a Christmas one, if 1 gram be 100% ROI. If I did a quarter gram, it'd probably be, what would it be? A quarter gram would probably be like 80% ROI. And if I did a half gram, it'd probably be 90% ROI just because of the shipping. because otherwise everyone would just get a whole bunch of quarter grammars and kill me. Is that gold in the black dirt? No, it's just shiny other stuff. They got some pyrite here and some garnets. That's it, but no gold. There might be one. No gold. No, I panned too good tonight. No gold. I would get a 2 gram. Well, it's because it was your idea. I can't. Of course, you're gonna get one of the one your idea. No. So, but I'll have to look. Maybe I'll have to do something. See, the problem is if I do 2 gram, then I'd have to obviously make the ROI higher than 100%. It would be like 110% ROI or 105% ROI. But then that really cuts down on how much I could put for a bonus bag. So, if the price is right. Oh, like I said, it's going to be so if I do it, my original thing would be to do a 1 gram bag, and it would have a 100% ROI with bonus bag. So, there we go. It's just if I do smaller ones, it makes it harder to do 100% ROI. Yeah, send me a text. Send me a text. Whiskey lover in the house, thank you very much for joining the show. But yeah, send me a text. Because it'd have to be something soon, because obviously, it's November 11th or whatever. I need them in like the next 2 weeks so I can formulate it and figure it out. Yeah, because it's funny. I bought some containers. For a future Paydirt, but they just don't work for Christmas. Like, they're just not. I mean, I guess they could be. I mean, I'll have to think about it. I'll have to ask your opinion. I'll send you a picture of what I have and what my original idea was. I had a Paydirt in mind, but it was supposed to be for like middle of next year. Because I'd have to get some labels printed up pretty quickly for them. I could probably get that in the next 2 weeks. I mean, either way, I got to come up with it soon because I'll have to get stickers printed up pretty soon for it. But yeah, I'll text you, Whiskey, I'll text you a picture of what my idea was originally, and then you tell me what your idea is, and I'll have to figure it out. But cookie tins. Yeah, see, that's too much dirt. See, the problem with Paydirt, especially for me, if I want to do a 100% ROI Paydirt, is it has to be small enough to ship an envelope and be under 12 ounces. So, or it has to be around 12 ounces. I could probably go up to a pound, but it has to be under a pound. It has to be a small package. So once you start doing like cookie tins, they're going to have to be pretty big. I mean, they do have smaller cookie tins. I'll have to look. But the only thing I'd be worried about is if a cookie tin, most of them are like the snap closed. I'd be worried that they would open. So I'll have to look, but that's a good idea. Let me write that down because maybe I can find a small cookie tin, and then I can just then put them in a Ziploc thing. So, but all right, it's ugly mug time. There's some pretty gold for you. Oh yeah, and in the meantime, until I come up with my ideas, you could go over to Brad's bucket and get some of his Paydirt. He's got a Christmas stocking stuffer. How many did you end up making of those, Brad, or do you not want to tell me? You don't have to tell me. You can text me, Brad, how many you made up. But yeah, Brad, here, give me a second. Hey, Brad, send me a text to how many you made up and how many have you sold so far. I'd be curious. I think I mentioned them on my daily ROI once or twice already, at least once. So, but all right, ugly mug time. Then we're gonna do a giveaway. And let me see. All right. Gold's got me confused here for a second. I'm gonna shrink down the pan and cam and open up chat again. 30 or 31. My favorite container was a mini bucket I saw in some review. I think it was on Dig Daddies. I did a mini bucket Paydirt. See, I'm kind of bummed. So I had saved a couple of the Paydirts I made, and they used to be on the shelf. I used to have my mini bucket up there. I used to have my my tuna can one up there. But then I kind of traded them for other Paydirts to put up there. But now I regret it. I should have just made different bags of Paydirt or something. The medicine bottle. Yeah, the medicine bottle is one of my favorites. So I made a new one. I don't know if anyone's seen it. See? It's hard to see. But this is my newest one. Let's see if I can get it on the camera. So it's called the Pit. I found this bottle when I was doing the Pit. So I filled it up with dirt, and it's got a gram of gold in it. Cockatoo Birdman Bill. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Here, let me see. I shine a light on it. No. So it's kind of the same label, but that's my Pit bottle I made. You can't really see it on the shelf because it's too dark. But yeah, I got that. That's the bottle I found in the Pit, and then filled it with dirt. Because next year I might be doing something with that. Next year I might do something similar to the can from Flower Gold Wizards, where after every single review I will take the gold and dump it in the bottle, and then somebody will win the bottle at the end of the year. So I might do something like that next year. I'm still working on changing up the Patreon next year, changing up the tier rewards and things like that. So. Well, send me an email if anyone has any ideas. Grown woman, and I'm sorry, I'm not saying your full name, but I don't want to try to keep my my YouTube channel family friendly. So I'm only going to say the grown woman part. Email me. Nightbot will do his job and tell you my email in a second, but it's Dylan@millerprospecting.com. Email me your ideas. I'd love to hear them. You know, but we got a few minutes. Let me post. In case you haven't already, make sure you leave a comment on the hidden comment that's about to pop up. It says, win a chance to spin the wheel and win one of 50 prizes. Click that link. It'll open up a new window. Leave a comment on that video. It'll say hidden comment video. Leave a comment on there. We're going to pull one name from there. Well, just because I'm in a good mood, we're going to pull two names tonight. So we're going to pull two names tonight. We'll pull two names. And those two people will win a prize on the Wheel of Treasures. There's 50 items on the treasure. 25 of them are just copper rounds, but yeah, I've done the bucket before. That's where I got them from. I think that's what probably a couple people have copied my original bucket because that's what I had it. It was called the Nugget Bucket, and it was just when you'd see the picture of it, it looked like a big bucket, but it wasn't. Well, I have more gold if you want some. So I have some more. So I have a little bit left. I got enough to get me through the year. Then because I made up my vials for what I need for the rest of the year. And then next year I'll worry about next year. But I have some more if you want some. You know who I'm talking to. You just text me. I just don't want to say you out loud, but you know. Mm. And Cockatoo Birdman, again, thank you very much. Donna, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Everyone who's in the show, thank you very much. But all right, let's get rid of the gold. The panning can, we'll move that down. So we can do the giveaway. Now again, YouTube and its affiliates have nothing to do with this giveaway. It's 100% by me just to give back to people who watch my show and, put up with my ugly mug and watch me pan out some gold. So it's always fun to give back. Also since the vast majority of my viewers are my Patreon members who support my channel and, through Patreon, it's an extra way for them to win some stuff. Next year, again, I've got to figure out a lot of Patreon's rules, but I want to try to fix things so Patreon members get a better chance of winning the live show things. Nothing against anybody else, but Patreon members are supporting the channel. So, or do a second one, like do 2 wheel spins. Like every live show, do 1 wheel spin for people who are non-Patreon members and do one for Patreon members. I don't know. I have to figure it out. Trying to change things up for next year. We'll have to see. But all right, let's let me make sure I have the link, which I don't, which would probably help. Let me make sure all the comments went through as well. So let's see. Comments held. Everyone's comments went through. That's awesome. Now we got the link. All right, there we go. All right, now we can shrink down the ugly mug and do the drawing. Now again, if I pull your name, you must post something in the live chat. That is the only rule, is pretty much that you must post something in the live chat just to show that you're here. Because I don't want people leaving comments, running away, watching other people's shows, eating, sleeping, things like that. So if I pull your name, you must post something in the live chat. Once you post your name in the live chat, we will pull your prize. And then if I don't know who you are, you'll have to email me so I can send you your prize. But pretty easy rules. Just be here and let me know where to ship your prize. So, but all right, best website on the internet, if I can get to it. Miller Prospecting right there. Top 10 recommended sellers, which again, I still haven't updated. I've been having a hard time updating my top 10 because so many sellers are just running out of stock all the time. But top 10 sellers: Gold Nugget Sales, Vendetta Prospecting, Gold Nugget Man, Bear Prospecting, Gold Baron, Paydirt, Brian Thomas Gold, Gold Bay, Carolina Prospectors.net, Flash in the Pan Paydirt, and Brad's Bucket. So those are my top 10. Number 11 is Culver Prospecting, Yukon Alley. And I kind of put them on there because they were out of stock, but doesn't look like they might ever be in stock. And half the other people on the list aren't in stock. So I might have to go down to a top 5 or a top 8 or something like that if people can't start getting Paydirt in stock. But most recent reviews right here. If you need to sell some gold, don't come to me unless you just got a wee bit of gold until next year. I will not be needing any gold until next year. Treasure hunt, unclaimed money here. All my videos are here, but that's not what y'all are worried about. You just want to know whose name. So let's pull 2 names. And again, you must post something in the live chat. And once you post in the live chat, then we will go to the wheel of names. First name will get first prize. Second place will get second prize. So let's fetch names, include replies. Let's see, let me check chat really quickly. All right, nothing in chat, so we can pull the names. There we go. Name number 1. Let's see who it is. 50 comments. So yeah, you got a 2 in 50 chance of getting your name pulled, and then 2 in 50 chance of getting a bag of Paydirt. So Cockatoo Birdman. Yeah, look at that. See? Wonder. He pulled, he donated to the live show, and look what happens. Not saying that's why. I'm not saying the rig was in, but Cockatoo Birdman Bill, I know you're here. Make sure you post something in the live chat. And now we'll pull the second name. Now you got a 1 in 49 chance of getting your name pulled. Bierman's Gold Prospecting. I hope you're still here, brother. And I hope you get a good prize, because you're obviously down and out right now. But Bierman's and Cockatoo Birdman Bill. Now I know both of your addresses too, so you won't have to send me your addresses. All right, now we'll go to the wheel, name of treasures. Let that spin around. You can look at all the prizes while I wait for chat for a second. Let's see. I hope to keep my gold. Yeah. Hello. You know it's rigged. It ain't right unless it's rigged. KC. Oh, Casey's here. Did either one post? Oh, no. Yeah, Bierman's here. So Bierman is here. Now we're just waiting on Cockatoo Birdman, who I know should be here. He just donoed like 2 minutes ago. Love the Wheel of Treasures. Yeah, I love the Wheel of Treasures too. If anyone wants to donate to the Wheel of Treasures, email me, Donut Miller Prospecting. I can take some of those copper rounds off of there. All right. I knew you were here, man. I knew you were here. I was just like, okay, I need you to post. Can't have anyone breaking my rules. And even if they do, don't know. I rigged it for them. But all right, let's start pulling prizes. They're both here. So here we go. Here are all the prizes. We got a 0.2 gram bag of Bear Prospecting Paydirt, a half-ounce silver Cajun bullion hexagon, quarter-ounce silver round, 5 grams dinosaur silver. And these things are really cool, the 5 grams. This was donated by Whiskey Lover. I have some random silver quarters, some random silver dimes, some Mexican pesos that are 10% silver, a copper nugget, a natural copper nugget. You don't want to win this, the gold-coated copper thing. The only reason this is on here is because I spent $30 on Whatnot on it from Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales, and I want to get rid of it so I don't remember that I spent $30 on it. I do have a Florida half gold back, an NGC coin, Miller Prospecting signed gold pan, keychain, sticker packs, and a lot of 1 ounce random copper. So let's shuffle this up. Cockatoo Birdman Bill, first prize. Here we go. From Perry the Platypus. What's he getting? What is it? What is it? Oh, it's copper. You're getting a copper cockatoo, copper round. I don't need to remove it because there's more on there, and we're going to shuffle it up. Come on, something good for Bierman. Man just had emergency surgery. Help him out here. Come on, Wheel of Treasures. Something good. Nope, 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 nope. You definitely got copper round too. All right, well, you're both getting some copper rounds. I'll send you my nicer ones that I have. But congratulations to both of you. Thank you very much for watching this show. I really do appreciate it. Eventually, I will run out of copper rounds, though. Then we'll have to figure out something else for the prize wheel. But, you know, until then, that was the only way I could have 50 prizes. But all right, and that also means that is Ugly Mug full size. So there we go. There we go. All right, congratulations. I'll send you more copper rounds so we can get to 7. I don't think anyone likes that suggestion, Whiskey Lover. Yeah, I don't think so. But yeah, so again, oh my gosh, I'm totally failing here. But Saturday, I do have a new Paydirt review coming out. Little hint on who it is. Ooh, the Gold Baron Reserve for the most distinguished of Paydirt buyers. Doing Gold Baron Reserve. I have cracked open the box, but I'm not going to show you what's inside until you watch the video. The box is slightly damaged, which I'm not too happy about, but the box was damaged. But that will be up Saturday. Gold Baron's Reserve Paydirt, it will be up this Saturday. Next Tuesday, I probably won't be panning anything. If I do, it'll be either in the morning or late at night because it is Liz's birthday, and I'm going to be celebrating Liz's birthday with her. So if I do a live show, it'll be before that or maybe really late at night. I don't know. So next Tuesday or next Monday, look for the notice on when the show will be. I will let you know if it's just canceled all out, but if I do a show, it'll probably be at a different time. We'll have to know what's in the box. You'll have to watch the video to see. And this, by the way, if you don't know, is a $250 1 gram bag of Paydirt. $250, 1 gram of Paydirt. Ooh, so nice and sweet. So you have to watch the review for that. I know, bring Liz on the show. That is not what she wants to do for her birthday. That's not what she wants to do. No. Witch's Brew. I have a Witch's Brew. See, I have a Witch's Brew. The Witch's Brew is coming out in December. It's right here. Witch's Brew is coming out in, see, there's a couple bags of Paydirt all coming out in December. So I have those. Won't sell abroad. Did you email him? Email him and ask him. He might do it if you email him. A lot of times they just don't put it on their website. They won't put it on their website. But if you email him, I'm sure he'll do it. He'll probably just have to, you'll pay extra for shipping or something. But a lot of times they don't put it on their websites over international shipping just because the price is so ridiculous and they don't want you to see then that, she would be famous. She's already famous. She's dating me. Yeah. But yeah, so Saturday, Gold Baron Reserve Paydirt review. Going to be doing that one. The Shelf Paydirt. That's what that is. It's Gold Baron's Shelf Paydirt. Then next Tuesday, I don't know what I'm going to be panning. It might be some RJ's Paydirt. I do have The body bag that I really want to get into from Culver prospecting is really Amanda Culver's idea. And everyone knows I do love me some Culver Paydirt, so I might do that one. It is Halloween themed, and it's past Halloween, but it's kind of close to Halloween, so we might do that one next Tuesday. I just don't know when we're going to do it, or if we're going to do it. We're going to have to see. He can't? Huh. I wonder why. Alan, when you message me, when you send me a message about the tracking number, send me another message. Tell me, I will see if I can order one from him and send it to you. I will figure out what that is. I mean, it might be super expensive because then he'll be shipping it to me, then I'll be shipping it to you. But maybe if like you win on my Patreon, you just got to get a win in. I can kind of fold that shipping in there. Or if I sell Paydirt in December and you buy some Paydirt in December, you can do it. Or, I mean, depending, because I can tell you, yeah, but email me. Email me. Oh, is Donna leaving? Donna, did Donna go? Okay, Donna. But email me because there might be a way I can get this to you cheaper than he can ship it even. But email me, Alan, or, message me on Patreon or Messenger or whatever. And because if you really want one, I could probably get you one. I mean, you'll obviously have to pay for shipping and stuff. Okay, thank you, Alan. I appreciate that. So, because the bag of Paydirt isn't very big in that box. So if you don't want the box, like if you don't want this box, there's just a bag of Paydirt in here and a card. I can ship that to you because the shipping for this box is really expensive. So, but if like you want one of these, I could get one, just take it out of the box and take all the stuff out of the box, ship it to you in a normal sized box instead of this big one, but yeah, we'll talk about it. I always want to try and help someone out. But all right, everybody, I'm going to get out of here. Dinner time. Got a kid to eat. Saturday, new video, the Reserve Shelf Paydirt, $250 1 gram bag of Paydirt. That will be up Saturday. Next Tuesday, I have no clue what's happening other than it's Liz's birthday. So I will hopefully see you next Tuesday. It might be early in the morning. It might be late at night. Might not be at all, but thanks everyone for joining this show. And if not, 2 weeks from now, I will be here. But thank you all very much for joining this show. Shipping wanted box 2. All right. I wasn't sure. I was just giving you options, brother. Just giving you options. But all right. Is there a cat in the box? There might be. You have to find out Saturday. That's when the video is going to come out. But thanks everyone for joining the show. I really do appreciate it. Cockatoo Birdman and Bill and Bierman, your coins will be going out tomorrow in the mail. So thanks everyone. Have a great day. Hopefully everyone can find some good gold while we can. So